Mayur Patel, thanks very much for joining us. Tell us what are the factors you have actually outlined in your report which are leading to this massive growth, and how do you see the longevity of this growth?
Thank you for having me on ET Live today, this afternoon. So India Aviation is going through a critical stage at the moment, so it's yet to fully realize its potential. And if you compare that with United States and China, so it's 1/5 of USA and almost 4 times smaller than China at the moment. But at the way the GDP growth in India at 6.5 to 7% per annum, that represents significant growth potential for India domestic as well as outbound. So I think with India coming up with a large population base, there's a propensity for people to travel domestically as well as international. I think things are looking very bright for the aviation sector on a whole. And with new infrastructure coming in place, again, that will add to the positive momentum to Indian aviation.
That's exactly what I want to talk to you a little more about. What are the drivers of this growth, one, and also how prolonged can this growth be? Previously, we've seen it's been always called a very cyclical sector, but this time around, at least the phase of growth India is in, is it likely to be more structural?
Yeah, I think with infrastructure coming online, so if you look at the metro cities like Delhi and Mumbai, 2 airports that will operate simultaneously, that represents opportunity as well as potential growth from both domestic and international. And you've got to look at history. So capacity is going to reach 230 million departing seats in 2024 for domestic, and that's almost double than it was 10 years ago. So if you look at that, plus with aircraft order coming online, we will see a longevity, a growth, prosperity on the Indian aviation. And that's positive because if you look at the averaging growth rate, that's about 8.7% growth on domestic, and international growth has been around 6% annually. So I think with Indian aviation pivoting to well-managed airlines like Indigo, Air India Group going through an integration phase. So that represents around about domestic at about 60, just over 60% for Indigo. Air India Group will be just around about 30%, and then the rest 10% will be averaging around their likes of SpiceJet, Akasa, Alliance, and so forth. So I think you've got 2 major players with some other players coming online, such as Akasa that's growing at a very fast rate, and SpiceJet sort of trying to get its way through at this stage, but I think you cannot dismiss that the Indian carriers are well run now, and there's plenty of opportunities moving forward.
Very much for joining us, Mayur. We'll be, coming to you from here on. Very good thoughts which you have shared with us on the growth of domestic aviation space.
If you like this video, then like, share, and subscribe to ET Now.